Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to present to our trading staff the 60-minute chart, the MMT Market Maker platform, and the Dow breaking back up to all-time highs on this 60-minute chart. The part that we're going to focus on is how this 60-minute top got taken out on the Dow. And remember, one of the things that I would like to tell you is that we have entered the earnings season, and today is Tuesday, and today's date is 4/9 of 2013. One of the things that we would like to discuss with our trading staff, and everyone is welcome to join us with no experience. You don't have to have experience to make money here with us. So that's the good thing about being here. The other thing that we would like to show you, though, clearly, is how that Dow, when we had the jobs report, the 60-minute chart has clear. Look at this. This is what happened a week ago, or not a week ago, but last Friday before this new week continued. We can clearly see that 60-minute bar right there, and how the Dow had a pullback starting up here, just like the S&P 500 did, which we had shown the chart. Go look at that video right now. Now, let's talk about how bottoms get put in, but they made another all-time high. This has been happening all year in the Dow. Let us not forget that the Dow in today's 60-minute range, if we take the lows here, which was put back on at 14,434 on 4/5 of 2013 at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's when the reversal started. We faded back. We had an expansion. Each one of the lines here is a quarter delta movement. They're $28.92 in the Dow. Each one of the lines per 1/4 delta in our system MMTs. We can see that two of those 1/4 deltas was an expansion, and it held the half bar support levels down here when we made that turn. Then we continued to come over and take out the short-term tops right here. So each one of these lines, this was a 60-minute breakout bar of, once again, $28.92, or just call it 28.92 points on the Dow 60-minute bar, and they continued to go up. So you can see how strong and forceful that people were jumping into our Dow equities. A lot of offshore money coming into the Dow 30 is what I'm saying. So the people that did not get involved in the rally have come back and started to purchase the Dow 30 stocks. Okay, referred to as what? The Dow Index right here, up $60 today. So on the closing level. Now let's go back to the 60-minute chart, and let's clearly state that the 60-minute chart made a top reversal. Look at the reversal of the highs here, and notice that the 60-minute reversal, it broke the 60-minute half bar, and that means that at 14,701 is this half bar, 60 minutes. But look at that reversal. That reversal was at least 1/4 delta of 28.92. Look at that. Well, actually more, slightly a little bit more. When we make these highs, and the people who bought the dips came in and bought the Dow 30 stocks. So there was some leadership in the Dow 30 that played a major move and broke another all-time high on the Dow. It's quite common when you are putting overbought conditions in any index, you will have this type of directional price or directional price movement within any index and stocks in general. That's the way it works, because it took the Dow 30 stocks, the leadership ones, to make these all-time highs. And once again, I will conclude that when you put in major market tops, you get this kind of directional movement. You need to realize that each one of the lines are 28.92 points in the Dow. And we had that reversal. That means they were selling into the close, MMTs, and the rest of the people. One of the things that we would like to make clear is that whether it's a major multi-year bottom or bottoms in general from pullbacks, the bull has been strong. no doubt. Every calendar year that we have this directional price movement and a sell-off, people come in and buy the dips because they're trying to play catch-up. What does that mean? I want to catch up. I'm underperforming. They feel left out of the rally. I've been waiting for a bigger pullback. I couldn't get in. They go right in and they start buying. That, my friends, is a lot of money coming from foreign investors off of the shoreline into our shoreline, into our exchange model, and buying up the Dow 30. That's what it means. Fund managers around the world are buying into U.S. equities that trade on their exchanges, but nonetheless they do buy our indexes and the stocks in the Dow 30, and that money is piling in here. We can see that. Let us not forget that today is 4/9 of 2013 and the time is 2:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Dow, multi-year highs, price volatility, Dow remains overbought. It's classical behavior how tops get put in, but what we like to see is that it broke these resistance levels right here where the last selling and this big jobs report that was released last week. And then look at here, this was, look at that Friday sell down. Okay, so this complete 60-minute bar had 171.68 points in this 60-minute bar. That's how big that was off of the headline news of the jobs report. Was not good. You can see that the Dow came right back, just like I said in that morning. They would come right back and buy the bottom dips. And then we would watch and see on a 60-minute level what the delta, quarter delta movements at 28.92, and they're just mathematically very correct. We specialize in various mathematical algorithms or mathematical calculations, both to the correction and both to the buy side. The majority of the crowd wanted in the Dow 30. I will caution everyone at this time again is to be aware that people are still buying the dips in all the indexes. They haven't been this strong in a long time. I will caution everyone, though, that the earnings season has started. There'll be some good news and there'll be some bad news, just like any earnings season. The primary focus at some point will be what the growth looks like and what people have to say forward looking. And not only that, there are many, many factors that will be involved, and there will be more volatility. I said last week that we would have price volatility before you even seen that 171 down bar in the Dow. Yes, I did. And why was it? Because at that time we were overbought right here. And that the bull had been very strong, as I had said at that time, and that we were due for a pullback. But every time we get a pullback, they come right back in, and people that did not perform or outperform or had been left on the sideline came in and bought dips. There's a combination of it. That is a huge move at multi-year highs. The thing that I would like to tell you about is how you can learn how to trade price volatility. Stocks do the same thing. They go straight down and then they go up. Both directional price movements. But when you're overbought in the Dow, I'm just cautioning everyone over the next few months and next few weeks during the earnings is that a lot of the good news is getting priced in. And volatility is volatility. When you had that 171 point down bar on a 60-minute bar, Dow lost 171 points right here. Yes. And it was 171.68 to be exact. And that was the daily sell in the Dow. And that was volatility to the downside. And look at the upside though. See, one of the things I'm going to caution people about overbought markets is that these 60-minute bars are all very good as far as today's movements on the 60-minute and today's movements up here. But when we got to that closing bell, look what happened. Yes, and that's the awareness MMT. That $28.92 drop right there. So I'm telling the public, I'm telling the MMTs, this is how markets work when they're in extreme bull mode and I repeat once again, how people chase markets to all-time highs. At some point that process will stop. you will have a better, broader pullback to get in the Dow. This was a jobs number. That was volatility. People that have not performed, they bought our stocks. That's the end of the story. But I will caution, look at that reversal bar right here. And all of this was going in, toward the close. Dow Jones, Dow Jones. Price volatility, directional price volatility. Price volatility to the reversal side, and how to spot and how to trade the Dow 30 and or what the other broader markets were doing. Today, the broader market was very strong in lots of sectors.